Hello, Prime Coding family. So today's video is very special that we have Vivek as a guest on our Prime Coding channel who cracked TCS Prime opportunity on campus. Yes, in October, September, the test happened on campus. So yes, he was able to crack or he is able to secure TCS Prime role through on-campus opportunity. So I bring him here so that he can guide you how you can prepare, from where you can prepare, and what can be the stages or the preparation level that you need to have before appearing for TCS NQT recruitment, right? So Vivek, welcome to Prime Coding channel and thanks for joining me here.
Thank you, Bea, for having me here. It will be a great experience to share my experience. So, as Bea
Okay.
said, that I have cracked TCS Prime. It was a on-campus opportunity, and just that.
Yeah. Got it totally, Vivek, because off campus is yet to happen. And although you are
Yes,
totally free because you don't need to go and upgrade yourself because you are on the supreme role.
yes, yes,
So,
yes.
Vivek, please introduce yourself to our audience, okay? Because audience want to relate what all you know or how you prepared. Okay, so you just need to tell us about yourself. We'll go in the
Okay.
preparation and everything step by step here, okay?
So, hello everyone. My name is Vivek Barnawal. I am from Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. I got into this college via WBJ exam, where I got a good rank. And I'm from Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence branch. And the announcement for when that TCS is coming in our college, I think it was around 15th of September, and QT exam was scheduled on 5th of my it was actually 3, 4 and 5th October. My was scheduled on 5th October.
Okay, good. Although you also remember the time, which is fine, okay? If you don't tell us the timeline, if you're not sure, it is totally fine, not a problem. Okay, so we got that your timeline is around October itself, you appeared for TCS
Yes,
NQT exam.
yes, yes.
Okay, so before going to the interview level, okay, because interview is the next part, how you prepare for TCS NQT? Because people have a number of doubts, to be honest, Vivek. Like there
Yes,
are 65 questions or 63 questions or two programming questions. What is the time window on those? How you are able to
yes.
take input? So we'll ask you one by one questions. So please let me know how you prepare for TCS NQT exam, starting from aptitude and ending on programming. I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, starting from the aptitude part, there were n number of videos in the YouTube channel, but there's one major problem that all the videos are not in one place. Means if I need to practice verbal, then it is some other in one YouTube channel. That if I'm going to practice numerical, then it is on the other YouTube channel. So to get it all in one place, I purchased a course from one of the teacher, and that aptitude part helped me from there. But it is not mandatory. After studying from the course, I found that it is not very mandatory to purchase a course. One can manage without from studying from the YouTube channel also. Many of my friends who cracked TCS Prime, they managed from YouTube channel also. And after apart from the aptitude part, the coding part, as my preparation was mostly TCS based, so I have not practiced questions which are like graph or high level DP like that. I My focus was only TCS based, so I mostly practice DP basics, array strings, and linked list, stack queue, all this. And so that's all. That's all.
Okay, Vivek, we got your point. So let's elaborate on few more questions, okay, on it. So on YouTube itself, Vivek, there are n number of videos as you also spoke about. So can you tell me that when you are preparing for a concept, let's say you're preparing for numerical or a quant, so for that you are using any one-shot video or like what kind be the approach? Like if people want to study free, how they can study? Like using what thing? Like either they should go with one shot or if any channel specific you want to tell that okay, you go and watch this channel.
No, see, as if talking about the aptitude part of TCS, it is not very easy. You need many of things that we can practice all the things in 1 month, but that's not the case. That like many of my friend who started preparation from starting 1 month before the exam, but they were not at that much preparation during the exam time. So I think you need to practice aptitude at least 3 to 4 months before, as per my experience.
Okay. But if, let's say, people can, depending upon their learning curve, typically 1 or 2 months would be enough to prepare for a aptitude, isn't it?
See, if we are giving much more time, like 5 to 6 hour daily, then it will be enough, like that, then it will be enough. But if you want to give 2 to 2.5 hours daily, and other time for projects and other steps coding, then we need to before start preparing at least 3 months before.
Okay. So if you are able to spend more than 5 hours a day, then a month would
Yes,
be enough to prepare all the
yes, yes, yes,
aptitude
yes,
concepts, is it?
yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
on top of it, if you have free time, you can either pursue with YouTube channels also. Don't need to go
Yes,
for
yes.
any courses if that's
No,
okay.
no, no, that
Okay.
that's not mandatory.
Okay, okay, I got the thing. So there is a bluff or a rumor, I don't know what it is, because TCS two parts, three parts I would say. A basic aptitude, then there is an advanced aptitude section, then we
Yes.
have a programming. But people say that if we are not able to perform well in aptitude, or we are able to solve two programming questions in the aptitude, we will be getting the role for sure. Some people do say if I able to solve two programming questions and my aptitude went average, I will be getting the prime role. Or if I'm able to solve one question and my aptitude is average, it is high chances that I can get digital or ninja. What is your take on it, Vivek?
Many of my friend have solved both the questions of coding, but I don't know what's the reason, whether their aptitude was not good or their marks was not up to that much, but they have not got the prime role even after solving both the questions. So I don't think that we can take aptitude lightly.
Okay, because most of the people were keep on telling, if I be honest with you,
No, no,
Vivek, that
no,
we,
no, that's not true. Many of think that
yeah,
if we'll do one question, then we will get the digital, and if we will do the both the question, then we will get the prime. But that is not totally true, because our results also depends on the performance of our aptitude.
great. Yeah, that is my point, that you don't need to neglect few subjects
The aptitude part,
which plays
yes,
an important role. Yeah. People
yes,
do
yes,
say, okay,
yes,
I will prepare in a 1 month or 1 week, I will spend coding. No, you need
yes,
to
yes.
prepare both alongside so that you will be able to crack it. Okay, we got this particular thing. So as per you, Vivek, you got shortlisted for Prime interview. Can you let me know what is your percentage or type of percentage that yes, sir, I have solved 50 to 30% right question or 50 to 80% right in aptitude, and I was able to solve two programming questions.
Okay, so talking about the aptitude part, there were three sections. Like one is for there are mainly two sections. One is foundation, one is advanced apti, and third is coding. So in the foundation part, there are three subsections. One is numerical, one is reasoning, and third is verbal. And in the numerical and reasoning part, there are 20 questions. I and the in the verbal part, there are 25 questions, and each subsections are having a time limit of 25 minutes. So in the numerical part, I believe I solved, I think, which is perfectly correct. I believe that is 10 to 9, 9 to 10. And in the verbal part, I think around 15. And in the reasoning part, that's also around 15.
Which I can say that you are able to solve 50 to 60% of the question, which is there per section
Yes.
wise, is it?
Yes.
Okay, that is great. Which I always say that if you are able to solve 50% or 60% right questions in aptitude, you and you are able to solve two programming questions, there are high chances that you will be getting prime interview. Is
Yes.
it?
Yes,
Okay, okay.
mainly
So
the numerical
yeah.
section takes the most of us our time, but
Hmm.
also there is no sectional switching is allowed.
Okay, so there is no sectional switch is allowed, but you can
Yeah,
switch between the questions.
questions. Yes, yes, yes,
Okay, so which
yes,
means if I am in the basic aptitude, I can switch to first question to the 10th
yes,
question,
yes,
is
yes,
it?
yes. But
But
one
within
thing
the
I
section, which is numerical, yeah.
yes, yes, within the section, subsectional switching is not allowed, or the sectional switching is also not allowed.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. One tip I want to give to the viewer, that don't spend much more time in one question, because it may be possible that the coming questions are much more easier than which you are doing. So it will hamper your overall performance.
Okay. So like in aptitude, some of the questions are very tricky to understand, and some of the questions are very straightforward. Is it?
Hmm.
Like yes, if you know the topic or if you know the concept, you will be solving in quick seconds or quick minutes. So what do you think? The questions were very tricky, or the questions, few questions are straightforward, few questions are tricky?
Okay, I think it is a mixture of both. You should have the ability to separate and choose that question which can be easily solvable, and I think it will save your time and more questions you can attempt and more marks.
Okay, got it. So in advanced section, what is the level of the question?
In the advanced question, the questions level was it is not that too hard, but if you like in the advanced question, as per my remembrance, there are 12 to 14 questions, and I was able to solve 5 to 6 like that.
Okay, okay. Which means in throughout all the sections, you are able to solve 50 to 60% right options. Okay,
Yes,
we
yes,
got your point. Now let's move towards the programming. So in the programming, we will be having two problems. And these problems are time bound, I guess. First is 30 minutes
yes.
or 35 minutes, and other is rest
35
over time.
minutes.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, 35
Total
minutes. And
the
another question?
total duration is 1 hour and 30 minutes. First question is having 35 minutes, and the second question is having 55 minutes, and there is no switching is allowed.
Okay, okay, great, great. So if you're able to attempt first in the particular 35 minutes, it is okay. Otherwise, you should wait for next question
Yes.
to come. Is it?
Oh yes,
Okay,
yes.
we got your point.
Even if anyone solve the question before the time, then also they need to wait for the time to end.
Okay, okay. And what is that question level? If do you remember those
Question.
questions?
Yes, yes. I remember the question. My shift was 5th October, first shift. So the first question, I think it was like the questions were easy. It was like a number was given, and we need to find the sum of the digits is divisible by 3 or not. It was like that. And the second question was error was given, and we need to find the difference. How many pairs are there whose difference is equal to k? But the tricky part was
Mm-hmm.
that it is means one has to practice to take the input. The question difficulty level was not that much. It was like easy to medium, but the main part was how to take the input. Many of my friends got stuck in that part only, and due to that reason they have landed for ninja interview or the digital interview.
Okay. Although these questions, I hope I have covered. Which shift
Yes, yes,
you are from,
yes.
fifth or?
5th of October and first shift, I think. And
Yeah, I
I've
covered that.
I've I've also seen one of your video in which you have mentioned that how to take the input in the NQT exam from and you have also provided a drive link for separate C++, Java, and Python. and also you have practiced also you have made a drive link I think it is like 30 questions which is mostly TCS based. That also I have bookmarked in my tab.
Okay. Okay, okay, great, great. So, which you mean to say that the coding sheets which I created, you solved that particular thing.
all the
Okay.
all the questions, as I mentioned
Okay, okay.
earlier
So, do
that
you
my
think those
preparation was,
concept building?
as well as I
Yeah, yeah.
was
Please.
telling earlier that my preparation was mostly TCS based. So I think I covered almost all the questions on the internet of which is TCS based.
Okay, okay, great, great, great. It is totally nice. If you are totally inspired to something, you will be giving your best to solve that. Okay, great. So, as you told that you followed the coding sheet, do you think the concept building in that coding sheet is like people can refer it before going to their NQT and stuff?
Yes, 110%, 110%. I think it is
Okay,
up to means the level of questions which is that is not much greater than TCS or not much lower than TCS. It is exact to the point.
although we try to gather out more questions, then figure it out what would be the best stand, and we just mentioned those questions into. So thanks for the feedback on this particular thing. Okay, so we got the thing. Now, can you let me know what type of input error people were facing in the interview that you might have spoke with your friends that we are not able to do that, we are not able to do that, or am I cleared those particular input issues in my how to take input video?
Yes, yes, yes. You have clearly mentioned the all the input errors, and I think the first question, the difficulty of taking input in the first question was not there, but in the second question, I think there was an array, but we need to take that input in the string format. For me, like
Hmm.
I code in
Hmm.
Java, and in Java, first we need to take that input in the string format, and then we need to using while loop. Then we need to convert it to array. Many
Yeah, that is the best thing to do.
and many of my friends are not able to take input in the second question only, which holds a higher weightage.
Yeah, yeah. I also said in the how to take input video itself, because in the array, I guess they are giving the parentheses and quotes as well in the
Yes,
input.
yes, yes,
So you
yes,
need to take it in a string format and need to fetch out, okay, if it is a digit,
yes,
you need to create an array where you will be mentioning all
yes,
the things so that you can apply your logic on it. Because
yes,
I guess in the second question, you just need to write two loops to find out what would be the pair who will have
yes, yes, yes,
some
yes,
equivalent to K,
yes. I solved that question using a big of n square only, and it is completely crossed all the test cases.
except.
Yeah,
Okay.
accepted
Okay,
all the
great.
test
So
cases.
first of all, you need to maintain the input thing. If you're able to do the input, which means you need to struct the input in a particular manner, structure the input
Yes,
in a particular manner so that you can perform your logic. Otherwise, if you know logic or not, if you not know the logic, you will definitely fall into the trap that you are not able to solve those questions. Okay,
yes, yes.
we got your point, Vivek. So now, after a week or after 2 to 3 weeks, you may, like in October end, I guess, interview result came.
Yes, my interview, I know the exact timeline. My interview was, my NQT exam was scheduled on 5th October, and around Deepavali, the interview, I got my interview result that I was, got selected for Prime, and it was, I think, 27 of October. And after that, I was on, like, on the clouds that I got selected for the Prime. And on 16th of November, my interview was scheduled.
Okay.
I got my result that I
Okay.
got selected for Prime, and that is on 27th October, and my interview was scheduled on 16th of November, around after 20
Okay.
days.
So you have pretty good time. 20 days, I guess.
Yes,
You have
yes.
20 days of 19, 18 days. Okay, great. So what was your preparation journey in these 90, 18 days, I would say? Because interview is very different part as you are preparing for TCS NQT assessment. Assessment is totally different and interview part is totally different. Is it? Because they will ask tons of questions from anything, anywhere which is possible. Is it?
First of all, I took a mock interview session from one of your courses that Sanchit Bhaiya took my interview, and I think the questions he asked and the way he asked, it was totally a great help for me. And he also checked my resume and told suggest me some upgradation which I did, and I think that helped me a lot. Like few things I have mentioned is in my resume which I am not good at, but still I have mentioned. But after Bhaya's suggestions, I have corrected that, and I think that helped me a lot. One thing I want to mention the viewers that don't mention the things in which you are not confident of. Like many of the people mention even C, C++, Java, Python, all the languages together. I think that's not the way we should. Like I'm good if I'm good in Java, or if I am good in Python, then mention that particular language. It will be more impactful on the interviewer.
Yes, yes, we got your point. We got your point. So if people are wondering that who is one of the member who took Vivek's interview, he is one of our teammate which takes the interview, and I would say like we sit together, we think, we brainstorm that what type of question can came in this particular time. Then we have a module with us in which do usually ask the questions. Okay, all the mock interview part is totally different. After the preparation, it is required to test yourself that whether you know the stuff or you are able to speak in the interview or not, or what is a mistake that you're gonna do. Is it, Vivek?
Yes.
I hope you got
Ye-
your feedback in detail.
Yes, yes. One more thing I want to mention where that giving mock interview, I think it's boost one's confidence. Even after taking course from mock interview from your course, I also give mock interviews with my along with my friends. Like I've given multiple interviews to my friends, which helped me a lot in the real interview.
Yeah, yeah. Although a small correction, Vivek, that I don't sell any course. I just have a mock interview thing which
Yes, yes,
people
that's
do acquire for testing themselves. Yes, yes, yes. So I
yes,
got your
yes.
point. Yes, you can either take mock interviews with your friends as well, not a problem. But having interview with your friends and having interview with the people who are teaching in
Yes,
this particular field or who know the knowledge
that makes
is
a
totally
difference.
different. Yes.
Yes.
So it will be good if you take interview with your friends, like you took 4 to 5 interview with your friend and a single interview with an experts who know
Yes, yes,
everything, so that
yes,
your preparation is totally done. Okay, great.
yes, yes, yes.
But before coming to interview, I hope you gone through the concepts of what actually TCS usually asks. Or after the mock interview, you got a path because we always share what to study, how to study. So what was your take? You took mock interview. After that, you started your preparation with interview, or you have already prepared and you came to the interview?
I was prepared, but there are many things which I was left with. Like in the mock interview which I have given, asked about something using bit operator. Like there, one question was there that how we can multiply or divide without using arithmetic operations, and that question I was not aware with. But after the mock interview, I have studied about it, and there were many few things which I was left with, which after the mock interview I have covered.
Yeah, because we can't cover all the feedbacks. It is more than, I
Yes,
guess, 60 to 70 minutes or 90 minutes, isn't it?
yes,
Because we
yes, yes.
spend a lot of time with candidates. Yeah,
Hmm.
we got it. We got, I got your stuff. Although the question which was asked to you also asked to some other candidate in the TCS NQT interview itself, like how you can delete or how you can divide and
Yes, 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 of
multiply a
course.
number without using arithmetic. Yeah, we
Hmm.
got your point. So okay, so now after the interview, what all things that you took the help of? Like, have you studied the programming, the previous year questions, or what was your approach before going to the interview?
Well, like as I in the coding part, I've as I was in the aptitude. Sorry, but yeah, it was like in the coding part, I was preparing from much longer time, and as I said that I have completed almost many questions for the coding part. But if talking about the interview part, the parts the things are different, because here we need to prepare focus much on the things like link list. But in the if you will go for the coding part, and they mostly there is a chance that they will not ask like things like link list and stack, like all this. But in the interview part, link list is one of the most important topic. I think one question in the interview, one question was asked from me in the in the link list part. Should I explain the interview, how was my interview experience?
Yes. Okay, I was supposed to ask you this question, the next one. Okay, so please let me know, like, what was your interview journey? How long it was, the duration? Then how many panel members was there in your cabin, and your full interview experience, like what all questions or everything. Okay.
So my interview was scheduled on 16th of November, and the reporting time was around 9 to 10, and we reached there. I reached there on time, and after the document verification, I was there in the queue, and my interview time came around 5 to 6 o'clock in the evening. And after when I enter in the interview panel, their first impression was pretty good, as I greet them with a good evening, and they was like कि चलो कोई तो आया जो सही सही greet किया. Because I think they said that because many of my friend which came before, they greeted with good morning, and it was the time of
They memorized. Yeah, they memorized their intros.
asked me to sit down. And after checking the my resume and all the mark sheet and all, one of the interview pan in the one of the ma'am asked that why you option for drop, means I'm a dropper. So and they asked me why I've taken a drop. So I mentioned that it was a time of COVID and colleges were giving late joining, so I opt for a drop to get a better rank and secure a better college. After that, my technical round got started. And the first of all, they have asked me two questions, one from the linked list and one from the string. It is a mix of string and array, like that. And after asking two coding questions, they went for two SQL questions, and after that a few oops questions.
Great. So as you said that they ask you two programming questions, which lies in the string part and then linked list part. So can you tell us, they told you to write or they said you to write the questions on the paper, or you need to just explain it?
No, they asked me to code the question. In the linked list pass, in the linked list part, they have asked me to find the middle node and then delete that node, and that is I've done using rabbit and tortoise method. And
Hmm.
after that, in the string part, they have given a string, and they asked me to find all the ASCII value of the odd letters in that string, and find whether the sum of the ASCII values is odd or even. That two questions they have asked in the coding part. And in the SQL part, I have in one question I have answered one question completely, but I think in the second question I was little wrong, so they have corrected me at last. First question was like that I need to find the second highest salary. So I've told the answer using the limit keyword, and after that they have asked me to do that without using limit, using subquery. Then I've done that. And the second question they have asked about, it was like that we need to find something manager name using the employee ID, like that. So I've told that it will be solvable using self join, but I was not able to completely give a proper solution, so they have corrected me, but I think that is acceptable.
Okay, I got your point. So in your second programming question, what was the even odd? Can you give me a test case about it?
In the second in the interview, okay, it was
Yeah,
like
you.
okay, it let's take a word like placement. Okay, so the letters which comes in the odd place, like 1, 3, 5, like in the word placement, P is in the ones place, like after that A is in the third place. So we need to take all the letters in the odd places and find their ASCII value, and sum all the ASCII value and find whether the resultant ASCII value is odd or even.
Okay,
And
okay, okay. So although very good question. Yeah.
in the after the SQL and coding part, they have asked questions from object oriented programming. And the first question they have asked, like, what is inheritance? So explain with example. Then I've told that a subclass which inherit properties from the superclass, and I've given the example of like child inherit properties from their parents, and they inherit properties from their parents. So ma'am told that it is okay, but tell me, if your grandparents owns a property, and that property your grandfather passes that property to your parent, and then your parent passes that property to you, then is it an example of inheritance? Then I told yes. Then ma'am ma'am came with a twist that then tell me, what if your grandparent sell that property to someone else, then it will be not passed to you, then how it is an example of inheritance? So it was like wow, it is something different from which I studied. So one thing, I think they focused more on OOPS because I mentioned certification in OOPS in my resume. And I studied OOPS very deeply. So I remember a concept which is called private variable. So I told that ma'am, there is a concept called private variable in OOPS. So I think we can declare that property as a private. So, and the private variables, the members which are declared as private, that cannot be inherited by the subclasses. So this can be one of the solution.
Okay. So if I can summarize in a nutshell, they ask you some situational question based on object-oriented programming.
And
Okay. Okay.
few more questions were asked from the linked list, like give a example, real life example where a doubly linked list and circular linked list can be used. In the doubly linked list, I told that in the redo and undo it is used for doubly linked list. And in the circular linked list, like we in the Spotify we create a playlist, and the song music goes to the end and then again comes to the starting. That's an example of circular linked list.
Okay. Okay. So after your interview, when you got your result,
I think the result were declared on uh, it was on 29 of November. Yes.
so pretty fast they declared the result of for your
Yes.
college. On 16th of November, you were on
Yes.
29th.
And, after 12 days, the result were declared.
Fantastic. So we got to know about your all experience, how your experience went, and what all questions was asked to you. It was nice getting your whole experience in this particular podcast. So can you give a suggestion to your peers? Like if they are preparing or if they are aiming TCS NQT in off campus then?
I would like to summarize all the things that one should get prepared with before going for TCS interview or coding part. Like first of all, the core subject like OOPS, DBMS, computer networks, and operating system. After that, the coding part, we you need to get clear with the coding part like string, array, stack, queue, linked list. If you are mentioning like you are a 3-star coder, 5-star coder, then get ready with topics like graph, high level DP, like that. Like a few of my friends have mentioned that they are a 5-star coder, like they have won multiple hackathons. And then after that, the panel have asked questions based on graph and DP, like that. After that, you need to get aware with the latest technology like AI, blockchain, cloud computing, because they can ask you that what are the latest technology which are trending nowadays. After that, I would like to suggest, if possible, then give mock interview, means get someone or take a mock sessions. I think prime coding, they the bhaiya which took my interview, it was a great experience, and it is a great help for me. And that's it, I think. And yes, one more thing, one you should be ready with one good project that we can that you can mention in your resume.
Okay. Okay, great. So it was nice knowing about all the thing, Vivek. And yes, you told everything starting from your preparation from YouTube, then course, every experience which is being faced by every fresher for nowadays. Like they are confused what to do next, what to do, how. So you told everything very clearly. So thanks for helping us out. And yes, Vivek, please, like you can ask, like viewers, you can ask your doubts in the comment section, or you can go or talk to Vivek regarding it. That sir or bhaiya, I have this issue. Vivek is very open to help you out in most of the things. So I will mention his LinkedIn ID in the description below or in the comment section, or you can post any doubts in the comment section. Me or Vivek, one of them definitely will respond to it. Okay. So Vivek, anything that you want to add, or we should wind up?
Yes, one more thing, that if you are going to give interview in TCS, then also a little bit know about the TCS, like who is the why you want to, in like HR questions, that why you want to join TCS. If you are going for prime interview, then you should know that what are the roles provided to you in the prime interview, and who is the CEO, where is the headquarter, like all these stuffs.
Okay, all
And
about the company, which we can
yes,
see. Yes.
and overall it is in your hand, and it is in the resume that will shape your interview.
Great, great. We got to know about everything, Vivek. So, yes, everything has been covered in this session. So, if you are still watching, please consider subscribing to the channel, like this video, and go and ask n number of doubts to Vivek so that he will be busy for a day. Okay. So, we'll meet you with a new video or with a new session soon. All your doubts are welcome in the comment section. Do mention it.